What's going on, guys? I am going to try and be the person to bridge the two halves of the community and try to make sense of things. So, the topic of today is going to be, why would you play a private server? Also, why would you want to play official? And what's the difference? Really, just what's the difference? A lot of people haven't played the other side, or some people have only stuck with what they have, and you could do both. You could honestly do both. So if you know the information from the other side, then we can definitely move forward, and maybe you'll have another character on a private server and on official, or you're on a private server and maybe you go to official because everyone's there. All right. So what's the difference? The difference between the official server, the official live server, and a private server. Well, the best way to do it is to show you a private server, because they've changed so much, and I think you would rather need a visual of the private server if you played official. And if you already play a different private servers, they're pretty much all the same when it comes to what makes it just a little bit better, for you yourself. So let's get a really good idea of what's different here. So if you can see, some of them prefer the old UI. This is Ignite Flyff currently right now. I think it's it's very empty, I think, because of the official server. But this is my favorite private server. It has the old UI because I'm a huge fan of the old UI. You know, you have a ridiculously huge box. You can customize the size of your inventory. I can make it longer, or there we go. I can make it longer. I can make it wider if I wanted to, whatnot. Long as wide as I want to. That's just the inventory. Just for that. It has quality of life things. So let's start with the start button, since that's where everything starts. All right. So let's start with the start button. First of all, you still have your bag and stuff like that, but you still have, housing. You have your housing quarters and everything. You still have, you have those things, private shops and stuff like that. But I believe in here, you only can do your private shops in Saint Morning. So since you only can do your private shop is in Saint Morning, that's a good way to segue into one of the better things. You can teleport. You have a teleport option. You would go to system, and then you have a teleport. So instead of having blinkings, you can just teleport to where you want to go. Saint Morning. Okay, bam. It gives you a whole list. So your teleport gives you a whole list right there, and you can just teleport, and you can teleport to wherever. Then they have like a little private map for whatever. So that's what's really cool. You don't have to worry about blinkings. That's the whole point. You don't have to worry about blinkings, having to go buy more blinkings, and then the cast time for blinkings for them to teleport you just takes like a couple seconds, which is like, sometimes it's just annoying because you could have already been there and stuff like that. And sometimes when you have like a character that moves really fast, sometimes you just want to get there and go. All right. So not only that, we also have things that are more prone to the community, what actually helps us a lot, which is we have party finders. A lot of private servers have party finders. What is a party finder? So a party finder is, whenever you click it, there will be a list of parties that, range from anywhere from 1 to 7. 7's a full party. So if you're trying to find a country, you can see like the party name, the party leader name, the party's name, the leader, how many players are there, what they have active. Like let's say if they have lucky, was it lucky lucky drop, and all that stuff, if it's active there, or if they have all the important ones that you want that are active, you can just hop in. Like you yourself could just hop right on in. Like no one has to invite you. So if you're just looking, if someone's running a country, which they obviously are, and they need a few people, like, you know, lucky what do we call it's active and people probably left, you could find people who are to fill that in with their with their leash. So you can go, you can see, hey, ABC Kindergarten is I actually saw one like that. That's why I remember it. ABC Kindergarten needs people, but they have actives ready. So you know they're advanced party. They just, you know, people probably just left. So they need 3 people. All right. Well, you and 2 of your buddies are actually farming together or something like that. Or you have you, a leash, and one guy just wants to help fill in the gap. And there are a lot of people who just fill in the gap. So then that'll be easy for you to do so. Not only that, official doesn't have full screen. So official doesn't have full screen. So this is just, I just wanted to keep in mind full screen. All right. Also, whenever your gift box fills all the way up, you get 50% experience. Okay. You get 50% experience. Let's talk about the experience gain. Let's talk about how some private servers have experience gains. So experiences between servers may be different because some servers are all about the end game, like Insanity. The experience that you level up at is insane. I think it's like 100% or something like that. It's like 100 times, 100, not 100%, but 100 times. I believe that is, I don't know if it's less or whatnot, but it is quite a bit. So it's not about the leveling up part that you know they're on. They're all about, you know, getting to the end, rounding out their characters, and then making their characters as OP as possible. Okay, that's what you know, that's what Insanity's all about. Now with Ignite Flyff, what they're all about is they're about having a little bit of a faster grind, but they still want the grind. It's all about going through the motion. You want to go to such and such and then, you know, take down, level up. You just don't want that level. You just don't want the level between 20 and 15 to take forever, right? Because the first couple levels are super ridiculously fast, right? Like super ridiculously fast. But then when you start to feel around 45, 50 to 60, like where it starts to slow down and the grind is still there, but you still have that 5x, you know, that 5x experience gain. So it's 5 times faster than if you were to do it with official. And official takes really long compared to that. Like official takes quite some time, but I love the grind. Okay. So let's say if you want to get to the end game a little bit faster, you may want to try that. Try Dragon Crusade. They are a little bit faster too. There's so many other private servers that, you know, can fill that in. And then some of them are, you know, even more popular and stuff like that. So try that. You could probably go on Twitch right now and check out Dragon Crusade. I think they have I don't know if it's a bot or someone's actually just putting it on every day, but they have, you know, a good view of, you know, what's going on over there. And they're not super fast like Insanity, but they are a little bit faster than Ignite, I believe. So there's multiple little servers like that. Another thing, drop rate. Drop rate is something that changes, you know, between server. What is the drop rate? If you've never played Flyff or Flyff before, drop rate is how fast things drop. You know, the chances of something good really dropping. All right, the drop rate for, I think it's maybe 10 or 5 or something like that. We can also check online you can also check online and check whatever server that you're on to see the drop rate. But they have a really good drop rate over here on Ignite. So it's like, I think it's like 10. I think it's like 10 or whatever. And not only with drop rate, it's like your Pena drop rate. So instead of it dropping like nickels and dimes and stuff like that, It drops 100, maybe 200 or something like that. No, you'd probably get relative to your level. So you'd probably get like 1,000 or something like that, which means while you're grinding, you're still getting a significant amount of money that could probably, over time actually add up just enough to pay for something really, really decent for your character. That's what will help a lot. Not only does the drop rate help with that, it helps getting like sunstones and moonstones and stuff like that. Those are extremely, important to your character. Like legit important to your character because you gotta level things up and try to get things as high as possible. And then like, +3, +4, +5, all that is what your character needs, and sometimes it just needs to get your equipment just right and stuff like that. So that's what drop rate helps a ton with. The little things that may seem to be obsolete, you really do need a good portion of those, like sunstones and moonstones, and also cards and all that. You could find decent cards and stuff like that. So the drop rate's a little bit higher. It doesn't take you as long to grind for those things. So another thing is how making your gear can be a little bit faster in some of these servers. So if we teleport back to Flare, because I think Flare's just the best place to showcase this. If you teleport back to Flare, so if we go to Flare, we can see that, all right, Peaches, you can do a lot more here with Peaches. You can buy jewelry. You can actually buy the jewelry that you want. You can buy every single scroll that you would need for whatever. Everything's readily, accessible to you. A lot of private servers are here to make things easier for you, and a lot of them don't want you to really spend real money. Now, how do we know that? Because scrolls are expensive in game, and look at this. They're extremely cheap. They're extremely, extremely cheap. 2 mil, come on, bro. 2 mil, was it 2 mil? 2.5 mil, 4 mil, and 2 mil. You can go boss hunting and gain. You can go boss hunting for about 30 minutes and get a bunch of money. Like, dude, that's nothing. You can get a ton of money. All right. Not only that, consumables that you would normally have to, get from like maybe events or something like that. They have a vendor. A lot of private servers have vendors. You could restat, you could respec your character for 5 mil. What? 5 mil? Absolutely. That's amazing. You can get things to prep for, whether you're tanking or dealing damage. You have the scroll, you have the holy scroll, you have lettuce for cooldown, for a low cooldown, recovery item. You have HP recovery item. Infinite MP, infinite FP. There's no reason to even have MP or FP on your stuff because you can have infinite, unfinite amount. And then you can have other, action slots. You have upcut stones to deal a little bit extra damage. All these can prep you, HP, power, and HP, increase your party level, make your party level level up faster. Also, also you could get as much party skill usability and make them last for longer. So these are the skill sheets and stuff like that, or skill scrolls, or whatever you want to call those. All right, you have your shouts, your silver batteries, your bank access, and all the other things you would need. Create a guild if you want to create a guild. Everything's here. All right, it's right here, super fast, quick, and hurry. You also have guild. You also have quests that you can do to level up your stuff real quick, and they'll give you like a whatever 50% X scroll or something like that. That'll help you level up fast. You have the standard piercing and all that. Everything's here and ready and available for you to do. What private servers really like to do is get rid of all the tedious things. They don't want you to have to, find whatever, wait for some ever event. If you want to fly, you can have all the boards and stuff right here that you would need. Whatever you want, a certain type of board like that. These go like a relatively fast. You have the wings that go extremely fast, and they're always there and readily available for you. fashion. If you want to buy like a samurai box or something like that, it's only 50 mil, which is like relatively easily if you grind. And if you're in the higher levels, you can get that money easy bake. You know, hairstyles, all the hairstyles are here. Cloaks, if you want a certain cloak, if you want a certain cloak for whatever, and then, you know, the cloaks for speeds, the cloaks help you with all that. All this is available on most servers, like just like that, just there for you. Pets, pets like what you call it, pets, like your pets that give you stats right here, like this one right here. All right. It does not require food. If you see, you do not need to use food. A lot of servers, you know, I actually do think the food aspect of it is really, really dumb. I think food should only be for experience. It should not be for when it dies, you're screwed. Like, there's no reason to even do that. All right. Not only that, you know, pick up pets. It's easier to unlock those things for your pickup pets because you, sir, can, you, sir, can buy, you know, things to transform pickup pets, pickup pet upgrade. This powerful magic spell transforms your normal pet into a pickup pet. So you can buy whatever pet you want for 25 mil, and then you can make it a pickup pet. You have beads, you have standard beads. There are other beads out there for you to make better, but you know, you have the standard beads, and then you can buy them. They're only 1 mil a piece. 1 mil is not all that bad. This is what a private server offers to you. Okay, the official servers may be a little bit slower, but you know, a lot of people are actually quite there right now. But private servers offer, you know, convenience. This is the point of private servers. You have like the egg exchange and all that other stuff. Everything's right here. Remove, pick up, pet blessing and stuff like that. So this is what I wanted to show you guys, what a private server offers. There's maybe some little bit things here that are a little bit better. Like, you really don't have to fool around with quests. On the private, on the official server, I really don't fool around with quests because I'd rather just grind it out. Or if some of the, you know, some of the community members want to get together and like work on leveling like one person or whatnot, leveling someone up or something like that, then I'd rather do it that way and jam out with the community rather than, you know, do all the quests, collect 50 of this, collect 50 of that. That's like, it makes no sense if it's a slow grind anyway. And then by the time you're higher than that quest, it means almost nothing. And then like you just see the quests being held up for some reason. Be like, oh, click 15 twinkle stones, and you're like, dude, that's ABATs. I'm 37. Like, what does that do to me? So I wanted to show you guys, you know, the difference between it. If you guys would like to know more, or if you guys have a private server that you guys want to talk about, list it down below. You guys, please be safe and careful. Have an awesome time. I'll check you guys later. Much love. Much love.